All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join me this morning and every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the YouTube channel. It is 9:01 Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday, May 3rd. Bottom right-hand corner of your screen, little white logo. Click on that. Turn on notifications. Subscribe to our channel. Make sure you hit that like button if you like these videos. Really do appreciate it as always. It's nice support for the channel. Let's get to it. The Dow is up 43 points on the future side. Nasdaq's up 28. S&P up 0.17%. Russell is flat at 1880. Crude oil is down 1.27%. On some headlines, I'll go ahead and read them to you. I did tweet this out this morning. At least I thought I did. Here you go. Oil slips on China demand worries while the EU weighs Russia oil ban. China COVID-19 lockdowns hurt near-term demand. EU set to finalize further Russia sanctions. API supply report is coming soon. This should be coming later on this evening, the API number. So that's what we're looking at crude. Let's go ahead and keep going here. Gold is slightly green, 1864 an ounce. Gas is down 1.3%, $3.46 a gallon. Silver is up 0.09%. So again, some slight moves. Looking at some dollar moves here. The euro's up 57 pips against the dollar. Dollar yen is down 32 pips. So yen's getting a little bit of strength here. Bitcoin relatively flat in terms of crypto, 38,395. Ethereum's actually green, slightly anyway. Yields are coming back down, so that's helping. Remember, we did tag that 3% big psychological level. We did tap that. Again, this is an index. This is not exactly a tradable security. So again, take of it as you will. There's a slight gap to fill to the upside. Does it really matter? Not in this case. So I really put too much weight into it. But you can see as the divergence is showing you the difference between the top and bottom charts as yields are fading. We can see the S&P is rising. So keep an eye on yields as always. The dollar index is also doing the same. Take a look at the dollar index. You can see here, support was that breakout level, 102.97. More than likely, we'll possibly retest. That seemed like a nice support back on Friday when we had that nice, ugly meltdown. And then we're looking at, of course, the VIX, as always. Bring up the VIX here. And again, a lot of people don't like doing TA on the VIX. And I understand why. Obviously, it's really just a sentiment indicator based on call options being traded. So the most important thing when taking a look at the VIX, guys, is just an index. TNX is just an index, not a tradable security. If you want to trade bonds, TLT. If you want to trade VIX, you have different instruments like VXX. But again, it's important to know why things are moving the way they are, and sentiment is always important. There's no such thing out there, guys, as bad news or good news. It's just news and how we react to it, as always. So taking a look here at the VIX, you can see nice clean line. Looks like that 50-day moving average is support right now. So again, if you're a bull, you're looking for this to break and possibly get below 30.40, if not below 30. That'd be a good sign for the bulls. Sign of a possible other support is right around 28. That'll probably get us to S&P futures, probably around 42.30 or so. So again, these are very important levels to watch. If we get above 34, and that's where you start getting to elevated panic levels. Let me show you what I mean in terms of VIX on the daily. You can see here now we're on that next level higher. Anything kind of around this section here seems to be that panic level where we actually reject pretty quickly and sharply. So again, we're starting to get closer to a bottom. I give you that. But again, 4,000 to 4020 S&P futures, that gives you a 17 times multiple. Again, that seems to be a decent value in this rate environment. I said that on the actual blog this morning. There was actually an update in terms of some information. In terms of the equal weight S&P, I want to share that info with you. Here it is. I sent this on the blog. The equal weight S&P index trades at 15 times forward EPS. Below pre-pandemic 5-year average is 16.6, nearing its 30-year average. So again, we're starting to get near that average. So again, we're not exactly in irrational exuberance anymore in terms of valuations. It starts getting to the point, guys, where you start saying stocks might be cheap. The question is, how cheap can we go? So you're starting to get your little checklist out and start looking at the stocks that you want to buy here or you want to hold. Not yet, but start making that wish list. I still think 4,000 is on the way. Let's go and answer some questions here. William says, good morning. Good morning. Is there a level that you'll cut those puts with the team? Yes, there is. So I do have puts open here. So let's go into the S&P here. 4,200 seems to be that level where you have resistance right above that 100. I don't think we get there. Again, I'm still basing this on the fact that last Monday we had very similar price action. Here's Monday. We talked about this yesterday on the afternoon note. Again, we had a nice pop on Monday. Seems very familiar to yesterday's price action. Had some movement here, a little bit of pops here and there, and then we fell at the open. We broke previous support or previous lows and made new lows, and that's when we started continuing higher toward the trend line, and then that was broken. So this won't exactly say, hey, bullish or anything like that. Again, you're talking about time frames. I'm still short this market until we get to 40-20. 40-20 at the minimum on that SPX gap fill, which I showed you guys on Instagram. Let me go ahead and pull this up on a 2-year. Here we go. There's your gap fill right there. That's exactly what I'm looking to fill, 40-20. Morning, Carlos. Which indicator are you showing for the volume? The indicator for the volume, SPX is just a index, so I can't do that. Yes, the volume bars are right down here. So let me see if I can get that info for you on exactly here. Here's the volume right here, 181,000. It'll tell you right to the top right once you're highlighted on there, John. You can see the volume bars are overlapped. You can have it different ways, however way you like. I like it overlapped, but it's very simple to swap it. You just go to settings, and then we're going to go to appearance, or I believe it was equities. Which one is it? Highlight extended hour session. I took that out. Price access. I think it was under appearance. Equities. Volume, show volume subgraph. There you go. I think that's the one. Or no, it was the one that overlaps. Where is that thing? Come on, equities. Where is that damn thing? I remember I saw it. Overlap volume. There you go. So you see how I have overlap volume. My apologies. You press OK. And then you could just use this, the volume bars here. I like it overlapped. It just makes my life easier, I guess I would say. But that's the way you can have volume set up. What level in ES do you have for the COVID breakout? Oh, to retest the COVID breakout? Pretty much COVID breakout. Let me see if I have the 2-year here. I have to extend this a little further. So let's go to the 3-year. If you're retesting the COVID breakout, you're looking at 34.01. And that's definitely a possibility if it gets really out of control with inflation. Oh, yeah, that's definitely, I don't think we get that low. I think we get 4,000 plus minus 70 handles or so. So again, or a couple of handles, like 20 handles or so. 40-20 to 40, you're lining up perfectly with the 100-day. That seems like a right level for a bounce. And then that equal weight 17x forward EPS really puts things in perspective on how cheap things are getting, or cheaper. Morning, Carlos. Thoughts on calls for Apple? Are we still short-term bearish? I am short-term bearish, yes. So again, I expect this move here. We've really just been kind of flirting with that 50-day. I expect us to continue to go down. I think we break 41.01 today, and we even break yesterday's lows, in my opinion. And then we'll possibly rally into the Fed. Just kind of any way to screw anyone over is pretty much the case these days for the market. Am I bullish on AMD earnings today? I think AMD beats the quarter and does very well with high demand. How the stock reacts is anyone's guess. I think, in my opinion, if we have a sell-off today, AMD will have earnings. I think they beat it and will bounce. If we rally today, AMD will report earnings. Unless it's absolutely stellar, they'll probably pull back. Let's take a look here. Roblox, I would not be buying Roblox here, just for the simple fact, and I own shares. The simple fact that is part of this high beta growth companies, right? It's kind of in that basket. Everything amongst their peers are down. So it's nothing against Roblox themselves. It's nothing against, oh, they're not a good company. So there's not really a level to buy here. The only way I would say is that, okay, there's kind of an all clear signal is if you start crossing above 56, 66, maybe 60. maybe that's where it gets interesting, where you're not catching a bottom, you're just making sure to ride that wave up. NVIDIA buy long-term calls. I would not want to do calls ahead of the Fed, not yet. And you do have AMD earnings today. NVIDIA will move in sympathy with AMD. So again, you may get a little bit of elevated pricing in terms of calls and puts due to high IV, which is implied volatility. All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Have a great rest of your morning. We'll catch you guys later on this afternoon for our afternoon note, our aftermarket report. Have a great rest of your day, guys. I will catch you guys on the blog on the later today, throughout the day, going over what I see as the market turns. Another day in the books. Let's make it happen. Cheers, guys.